Hello, comrades. How are you doing today? In this video, I'm gonna break the exact step-by-step process I used to create 104 reels with AI in just 2 hours a day in June 2025. I'm gonna continue using this. Definitely improved my reach. It improved my views. It didn't break anything, so I didn't see big difference between content I record manually and content I record with AI. If anything, I've grown from and yeah, numbers are not the biggest, but I've grown from 3 views to 358 views in 30 days, pretty much. And my average was like around 50 to 80, I would say. Now, an average is 150. So, if you are in the beginning of the process or you've been doing it for a while, you've been using AI, then I'll show you how to create better AI looking videos. If you haven't been using AI but been thinking about it, this video is perfect for you as I'm going to break down exactly how to make your AI avatar look and sound like a human being, because that's the whole point of it, is to make sure that it looks like you, right? Obviously it's going to be unified, but there is a way for you to make it look different each and every single time, because you can create up to 300 variations of yourself pretty much, right? So without further ado, let's dive right into it. As already stated, my name is Arcady. I've been a high ticket coach for the past no, not 4+ years. We made more money in 1 month than we made in a whole year. Then we decided to close down the business for our own reasons, but we just decided that we don't want to continue with the coaching business we were running. It was a B2C coaching business for menopausal women, and I now run an AI agency. I don't have anything to sell you specifically. This video is just to show what I did, what I do, what works, what doesn't, how I made money in the past, so that you can make some money too without buying anything. Because I know that in the beginning, all you really want is make cash, then invest in yourself, and that's totally cool. So let's dive right into it. I do want to say that I didn't get 1 million followers in 30 days. That's not what the video is about. It's crazy that in 2025 you can actually stop recording stuff yourself. You can just delegate it. And you most probably heard of the AI avatars made through platforms like HeyGen or Captions. And you probably tried them, you probably didn't entirely like the result, so you stopped with it. I did create 5+ different avatars last month on both HeyGen and Captions to understand what works the best. And I think I'm getting closer to understanding of what makes them look and sound more like a human. And no way am I an expert in this, but I did change a lot from a shitty looking avatar to an avatar that actually looks like a human. And as I already said, I didn't see anything changing about my stats on socials, so if anything, they've actually grown. So step 1 to 2 is foundational video creation. If you don't know what HeyGen is a platform that allows you to create an AI avatar. Captions is another one, but I prefer HeyGen, just better in my opinion. If you want to research it further, just open YouTube, type in HeyGen, see for yourself. Step 2 is record a foundational video of yourself. The one your avatar will be created based on. This is the most important step, where most people fail, even though these platforms give us quite of an instruction on how to do this. I found these rules to work the best. So number 1, have a nice and well lit environment and clean background. So don't just record yourself lying on a couch. Like, seriously, think of it. When you want to create professionally looking videos, you have to have a specific studio space where you sit down, you have a microphone, you plug everything, you record yourself, you read from the script, you don't like it, you fail at something, you have to re-record the reel if you're as perfectionist as I am, which is a bad thing in my experience. So I'm fixing that as well, becoming more of a naturalist. But if you do want your reels to look good, then you usually want to re-record it a couple of times until you get it right. Or you have to read from a script, record, and you have to spend a lot of time cutting it or paying a ton of money to your editor. In both cases, it takes time, which I don't like. So really just think about the environment. Create a nice background once, well lit it, record 2.5 minutes of yourself, and then you will be able to reuse it over and over and over again. Now, step forward here is you can just change your clothes and your hairstyle, maybe your glasses if you're wearing any, sit in the same background and record yourself again so that you can have multiple styles, right? But you need to do it once and then you can reuse it. Be expressive when talking. Move your eyebrows if you can, but don't move your head too much. So don't move your head too much. Look in the camera and don't move your head, because it's not a problem that like AI won't be able to lip sync you, but when it doesn't still know how to create movements properly and align not only your lips but also your body language to what you're actually saying. Therefore, it will look a bit unnatural. So the best thing is to just stand still, move your head a bit if you want. Use your eyebrows expressively, of course, but don't move your head as much. Don't move too much your body or have your hands near your mouth. So don't record videos like that. Don't use much of hand gestures. A bit is fine, but too much is not good. And what I mean by that is sometimes we're like using hand gestures to really like show what we're talking about. But once again, AI doesn't know in which context hand gestures use the best. Not yet, at least. That's why having a bit of hand gestures that you would usually have when talking is totally cool, but like having very, very specific ones is not good. Ideally speaking, either stand or sit, but show at least half of your body. So don't create too close up of a shot because then the lip sync will be too obvious. And I found the best to have like your torso. You can be standing, you can be sitting, you can be even lying. That's okay. You can be looking up, you can be looking down. Experiment with what angles work best. You can do it both still and while walking. That's a very important part here, that you can do it while walking. And I found that walking actually generally gives you better results because you're most natural when you are walking. So if you have like a how you call those things were popular in 2017, the selfie stick, right? So if you have a selfie stick somewhere at home, grab it, go on street, and just keep the selfie stick in the video because it creates an amazing kind of angle. I found. I didn't do it because I actually don't have a selfie stick. That's the funny thing. But and I didn't want to waste my time on buying one. But if you have one, it will create you an amazing result. I tested it with something similar to a selfie stick. Last but not least, make 2.5 minute long video of you talking. You can talk about whatever you want, but throughout a video, you need to say those two things. It's a must. A quick brown fox jumps over a lazy sleeping dog. Exactly how I said it, word by word. Like you carve the words out of yourself. A quick brown fox jumps over a lazy sleeping dog. This must be the most expressive statement you make because this is a quick brown fox jumps over a lazy sleeping dog. It's a writing exercise to make sure that you hit all of the words on the keyboard, right? So it has all the letters in the alphabet, which means that when you say it, AI will understand how you say each and every letter. So it will train your avatar on each and every word. Hence, then the second thing I found to work amazingly is to say numbers backwards: 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly. It works amazing because once again, we pronounce letters slightly differently than we pronounce words, even though they are made of both, but still. And in our content, we sometimes use letters. And if AI doesn't know how we usually say them, it will try to make them something up, which will look bad. So use letters, like just count them backwards. Now that your foundational video is ready, we want to get to step 3, which is edit the foundational video. And here is like, this is a life hack. We don't want to edit with effects or with music, but we want to edit how it looks. So color correction, vignette if you like any, blurring the background maybe, all those beautiful things. Just make sure that it's clean because ugly videos won't be fixed by AI, to be honest. Then step 4 would be to create an actual avatar. That's just upload the video and create a consent, that's it. Now step 5 is a bit tricky because it's all about like voice cloning and recording. Because now that it's created, it's getting a bit more complicated because there's an option to clone your voice using a API from 11 Labs, and there was another one, but I forgot the name. But it's not the best in my experience, at least I don't like it. So you got two options. You can either clone your voice in a different AI tool and then upload it to HeyGen or Captions, and it will create a video based on that. Or you can record it directly in the app, which I will show you how to do. Both options work fine. So all the recording really is just me having a script on the right side of the screen and HeyGen on the left and just reading from a script. That's it. I got a video. Then step 6, it's optional, but I like it because it kind of gives you a unified editing style. It's now you want the video to actually look good, don't you? So here's where captions.ai come into play. You download 10 reels you just created in bulk and you upload them to Captions using AI edit feature. I'll show it to you as well. Choose the template you like, then just wait for them to be edited. That's the longest part of the process, but like the longest part of the process actually just waiting for videos to get edited. Optional here is once you downloaded them, add some background music through CapCut. Now I just think it adds a bit of a touch to it, but that's up to you. Then step 7 is schedule your reels. That's it. You can go crazy and create 10 to 20 reels a day like I did, or you can create 20 and schedule them for a whole week, saving yourself a ton of time on creating them every day. Either case, that's the full roadmap. Now let's dive into the exact step-by-step commands. So first and foremost, how I create my content. I go to my Facebook and I love writing. So I just write and I write about everything. And if you don't know what to write about, by the way, here is the tip that helped me the most. Number 1, understand that nobody cares. Number 2, understand that nobody cares. And number 3, understand that nobody cares. So the main reason we don't want to write more often than not is we think that people won't like it or it won't be valuable and stuff like that. I just don't care about it. I don't get a lot of engagement on Facebook specifically. I got 2 likes on average from people I know don't read my content fully anyway. They just do it to support me, and I'm cool with that. I like writing. It just helps me to feel better. I just love putting words like that. I like reading it. I like rereading it. I like editing it. It's just fun for me. And if somebody will read it, implement it, and get a result, which happened multiple times, that's amazing. That's exactly what I'm looking for. But I'm in no way I'm looking for engagement on Facebook or LinkedIn, because LinkedIn also supports long form text. So that's what I do. I just write. And what I write about is problems or funny situations that happen. I got a hater a couple of days ago. I wrote about it. I had a terrible sales experience. I wrote about it and I gave my mindset. Basically, my problems are sales, marketing, and delivery for coaches and businesses in general. Therefore, that's what I write about. And I share everything I know in both videos and text because this is what I know works best. I just share all the strategies that worked for me in the past. Never do I guarantee they will work for you, but I know that they work for me, and if you will implement them, there is a high likelihood they will work for you. Okay? And mindset could be a topic in a way about business, but yeah, I'm more for specific kind of guy. And so if you're a sales coach, if you're a relationship coach, if you are a business coach, whatever coach you are, don't be afraid of sharing actual secrets, quote unquote, out. Because like if you think that people will watch your content and they'll be like, damn, I learned everything I need to know about business from this guy, I'm never gonna pay him anything. That's not how it works. They read your stuff for free. They implement it. It doesn't work. Do you think that they will buy from you afterwards? No, they won't. But imagine the contrary. They read your free stuff. They implement a small thing from it. They solve a small problem. They just made extra 500 or 1000. They're like, damn, his free stuff helped me more than paid stuff of a lot of coaches. Maybe I should invest in him. You just created a raving fan that will give you money without you asking for it. So when thinking, this is how I think about it, and this has worked for me. None of my clients have read my content and said, I'm not going to pay him. It's quite the opposite. They read my content. They know that I don't talk shit. They know that I know what I'm talking about. And because the content helped them, they want to work with me. So that's how you want to look at it. Point being, I just write. And as you may see, I just wrote this post, by the way. And I just write. That's it. Like, here I wrote about how I get a sales call book from a cold email. By the way, if you're in B2B niche, check my last video, the one that was before this one. So the title is 54 cold emails, 1 cold booked, $0 spent. I basically tested out cold emails personalized with AI, and it worked amazingly for me. So I recorded a whole video on how to do that. You can just steal the whole process with templates and make money. That's it. Really. So that's exactly what you write about. Then what you do is you take this text, and I have a custom GPT that I use, which is a high leverage content breaker. What it does basically, I can take this text and I'm gonna create a custom reel with you while we're on the call. I just press begin. It will ask me how we want to do this. I'll post it here, and it will start giving me scripts. That's it. And by the way, if you want to use this custom GPT, the headlines, so the hooks were grabbed from the most successful reels I found from business coaches like Alex Ramosi, Dan Martell, etc. I just looked at all the reels. I took the most performing ones, and I basically took templated hooks that they used that performed the best. And now those hooks are being applied to my reels at all times. Yeah. So it's quite simple and I like it. You can just copy it or you can ask it to make it bigger, because that's what I like. Can you make each script twice longer and more elaborative? Let's see what it will give us. Yeah. Exactly. So this is, and those are scripts because this is just based on my main piece of content. So the most important thing that you need to write yourself is piece of content. But to be perfectly honest, I think being able to put your thoughts and your experience into what is super important as a business owner, because you'll probably create like guides and shit for people, and AI still doesn't know how to write exactly like you do. Then I have a Notion template which looks like this, and all it does really is allows me to store my titles, dates, status, quotes, and scripts, and I just post it here. I know it's crazy, but that's pretty much it. I can ask it to, can you add numbers to each script to easy read it? Don't change the content of the scripts. AI works weird these days. So let's see. There we go. Perfect. So now there you go. So now we have 10 high performing reels. Well, high performing is again relative depending on what your average reach will be. So now that we have scripts, all we do is we go to Hagen. Hagen costs around $30 per month, if I'm not mistaken, but you can create unlimited videos. I mean, think how crazy is that? It's unlimited. You can create unlimited videos for $30 a month. And captions cost like $20 a month. But once again, you can pretty much edit unlimited amount of content. Not unlimited, there is like a limit to it, but I've been editing 10 reels a day. Didn't do much. Like 100 reels you can definitely edit for $20 a month, 100%. So then we just press create video and we create a portrait video. I know, crazy. It will take some time to load, and here is where the best parts come in. You replace avatar, and I have 3 different looks. I have me standing up, me bending over, and me sitting down. I can use any of those, or I can use them together in one video. Now, it basically works with scenes. So let me delete that one and take, let's say, this one, standing up. Why is there is no more? Try tricking me. Then I add a scene and I change it to this one, for example, and then I add a scene and I change it to me sitting. That way I can put a hook here, first part of the script here, and the second part of the script here. And that way it will look like I am in 3 different angles. But for the purpose of this video, I'm going to use only one. Then I want to add audio. So I can just put my script here, by the way. So all I can do is just come here and copy this and put it here. And this will work. I can then press generate and it will clone my voice. I don't like how it clones the voice. So what I'll do instead is I'll make this window smaller and I'll make this window smaller. All together, it will be like so, a bit cramped and misorganized, but what can we do? Opa, like so. Then what I'll do is I'll remove this shit because it doesn't suit it. And actually I will copy this one because it's the hook. And hooks are important for a reason. I'm gonna press audio, record audio, and then I'm just gonna read. Like, as crazy as that sounds, I'm just gonna read from here. So let's do it together. Let's see. Nobody expected me to do 104 reels in 30 days, but I did it, and here's what happened. Most people think if you post daily, you'll blow up. I posted 104 reels last month. Not one of them went viral. But here's what did happen. I built consistency, honed my systems, and created leverage. This isn't about follower spikes. This is about control, knowing I can drop 20 bangers this week without ever hitting record again. That's the real win for me. That's it. I know. We ought audio, it will take some time to upload, and this is literally the longest thing that it takes, because once you build the foundation, this will be the longest thing you wait for, which is adding audio, transcribing. But the good thing is you can do it in bulk. So once it will transcribe, I can just press generate. I usually like to create folders with content to create it in bulk, but I'll put it in my videos for now. Keep the resolution in that. You can try 4K, but they recommend like a 4K avatar for that, which is like a higher plan. But 1080p is more than enough. You press submit and you just wait. So it will take some time to generate. And while it's generating, you can continue creating more and more reels with it. And the easiest way I found is to just add a new folder. You call it content of present date. That's how I format everything. You just press save and you then post everything here, right? So all the videos should go here. While it's creating, I can create a new video. And as you may see here, I had several avatars. I had a black and white one standing next to a wall. I had me sitting. I had me sitting at the desk. I was testing an avatar IV videos. I had an avatar of me sitting on the balcony. I had an avatar of me walking. So like multiple ones. And this one works the best so far. So it's gonna render my video, which can take some time. So my video is ready. What I'll do now is I'll wait for it to actually say ready, and I'm gonna download it. I know this is the hardest step here. Once it's downloaded, let's look at how it looks already just based on that. So let me go to my downloads real quick, and I have it all a bit scattered. So let me just get it all a bit stylized. Downloads, and let's look at this video. Let's see what it says. Nobody expected me to do 104 reels in 30 days, but I did it. And here's what happened. Most people think if you post daily, you'll blow up. I posted 104 reels last month. Not one of them went viral. But here's what did happen. I built consistency, honed my systems, and created leverage. This isn't about follower spikes. This is about control, knowing I can drop 20 bangers this week without ever hitting record again. That's the real win for me. Nobody expected. I mean, I don't know what it doesn't look like. Like it just looks like me. That's the craziest part. There is literally nothing here that says it was created by AI. Lip sync is perfect. Eye contact is perfect. Hand gestures are perfect because there are little of them. There is literally nothing bad with it. Based on all my experience the past month of avatars that looked like total crap, this looks good. Amazing. So once it's uploaded, we go to captions and we go back to our project. In projects, we go to AI edit, and in AI edit, we just choose our video. There we go. Here, we just choose the template we like. I like to go with Volt. This is just because this is what I've been using. But for the sake of this video, actually, let's go with Rebel. I wanted to try it for a long time. We can choose our color. For me, it's like orange, like so. There is this, but I like orange more. Let's make it a bit more. There we go. Create project. It's gonna be super fast in terms of creating the project itself, but it's gonna take some time to generate the actual video. That's why it's actually taking the longest. So all I do while I'm waiting for it is I'm just waiting for it. I'm just sitting here. I can watch Netflix while I'm doing this because I will have made it in bulk. First, I will create like 10 videos in AI, and then I'm gonna upload all of them here. So while it's generating, I can choose another video, open, choose a template, and wait for them all to generate. So I'm waiting. Then I can watch Netflix, I can watch series, I can watch YouTube, I can learn something, I can work in the background. It does take a toll on your RAM, so I wouldn't recommend to do something on your computer while you're doing this, but that depends on how good your computer is. I just know that mine wouldn't be able to handle it. And I think that if you're using Mac, it will be even faster because Macs have like a great processing chip, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, that's basically it. And so we're waiting. We're waiting a bit more. And now it's generated. Let's look at it. So I'm not gonna look at it in the thing itself, primarily because it's gonna be laggy. But you can add sounds here. You can also add music by typing a prompt. And actually, for the sake of this video, I never tested it before. But let's say a classical style background slash epic music. I don't know. There's also a library of songs. Look at that. I didn't know that. Look at that. Turn the volume down a bit, obviously. So, that's interesting. I didn't know that. Of course, just make it low, like not too much. I put it like around here. They definitely could put a better kind of here, and make sure that the length of the music itself is also good, because this one is 32,811 and my video is 33,133, which means that it will cut off at the last second, but that's okay for the sake of this video. That's what I'm gonna do. Then just press export, and that's the longest thing. Once again, it will just take some time to export. It can take a couple of minutes, it can take 5, depending on how many reels you're going to be exporting at the same time. You can export up to 10 at the same time, so I would just open all 10 and I would just press export, and depending on how fast your Wi-Fi is as well. But for me, it's just gonna take some time. I'm gonna get back to you when it's finished exporting. I know I'm not the most productive person in the world. Yes, I don't do push-ups while I'm waiting for this thing to happen. And it exported successfully, and it's also downloaded immediately. Wonderful. We can close this down pretty much, and we just go to our folder and we look at this one, video export. Let's see how it turned out. Nobody expected me to do 104 reels in 30 days, but I did it. And here's what happened. Most people think if you post daily, you'll blow up. I posted 104 reels last month. Not one of them went viral. But here's what did happen. I built consistency, honed my systems, and created leverage. This isn't about followers likes. This is about control. Knowing I can drop 20 bangers this week without ever hitting record again. That's the real win point. Does it look bad? No, it doesn't. Does it look amazing? Maybe it doesn't. At least for me, it looks not bad. It looks decent, and that's what I care about. And it took me a total of 30 minutes to show you the whole process, but when I'm logged in and I just do it one by one, it takes me 2 to 3 hours really to record 10 to 20 reels. And I can also, and I usually, it takes that long because I also record a long form content based on my Facebook. So I take this post and I put it into gamma.ai. That's pretty much the presentation you're seeing right now. And then I just record the video based on that as well. That's it. And yeah, I mean that's the craziest part. If anything, like that's how you do that. And so I record like a long form video using Tella TV. If anyone's interested, that's how you have me on the right side and a video with like a nice background. But that's pretty much it. Like that's all you really need. And then I can schedule it in Meta Business Suite. So I go to Meta Business Suite and I just go to content. And as you may see, I don't have that many followers either. And then I just create a reel and I can schedule it later on. So I just add video, this one. I can take a description based on the script from here. So I can just take this one, paste it, and that's it. You have a description. You can add CTAs if you want. I don't like CTAs in content directly, and I mean it doesn't have that bad of a thing. I would choose something like that, make it unified. This one, for example, daily. Then I just wait for it to upload. I press next, and then I just press schedule, and I do it 8 a.m., 9 a.m., 10 a.m. for the next day, and so on until I schedule all 10 or 20 reels. That's it. That's how you post it. It's not that hard. It's quite simple. And yeah, if you like this system, then feel free to steal it or take it. In the description down below, there will be a Notion doc with all the templates, basically with all the tools you'll need and so on and so forth. Use it to your own liking, comrades. Enjoy it. If you want to be productive and you are tired of creating stuff yourself, use AI for that. You can automate it, by the way, using like make.com. And this is probably the next project I'm going to be focusing on in the coming month, which is how can I automate it completely? without doing anything myself, because this still involves some human work. But in the very end, I believe that if I can create something like that in 2 to 3 hours, like 20 reels a day basically, or in 4 hours I can create 30 reels for the whole month, it's definitely worth my time. I can take a weekend just to do that and focus just on that. In 8 hours, I bet you can create like 60 reels using AI to create scripts. Aside from that, feel free to use this. Have a wonderful day. I'll see you next day. Bye bye.